Hello, hello, and welcome everybody. Nice to see you. Sorry for the delay. I was just double checking my mic was working because it was being really weird. The settings went funny. Anyway, hello, hi, Heidi, first in the house. Hi, Heidi, Jane, Valerie, Monica. Oh, Monica, sorry to hear you're not well. Get well soon. There's somebody else as well who's got COVID at the moment. Valerie, Tina, Jane. Yes, all of you lot get better soon. Hi Janine. Who else? Jackie, Cindy. Oh, okay, fine. Yep. Take care of yourselves. Hi Stella. Hi Shirley. Great to see you. All right. So I was umming and ahhing about going live tonight, to be honest, because I thought I might have taken a break because I've been busy this whole week. In the evenings quite a bit, and I've not really seen my kids. But then I forgot that the older boys go rock climbing and they've only just arrived back home, so I thought, well, I might as well go live. So I've got a stamped one sheet wonder in front of me that I thought would be nice to create with. I have various dies and embossing folders to create possibly a rather textured card. That's what I'm thinking. So if you're watching this on the replay, you may, if you don't want to just watch me cutting stuff out, you may just want to forward about, try 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. But those of you who are watching on the live, hello, Deborah Yanis, lovely to see you. Hi, Heidi Selinsky. Hi, Navarana. Elizabeth, Lisa, Deb. Did I say hello to Shirley? Hello, Shirley, if I didn't. Hi, Sheila. Tina's still snowy. Mindy! I get excited when I see people that I've not seen for a little while. Yeah. So, yeah, lovely to see you. Right, we're just going to get started because otherwise, we'll be here all night. Oh, why is my desk view now not working? Ugh, bear with. Hold on. I must have been looking at something on my camera, my phone, and it wasn't. All right, here we go. Right, let's switch the light off and get down to the desk. Right, so I've got my my cut and emboss machine here. This is the stamped one sheet wonder that I've chosen out of my box. Yes, it does feature some retired stamp sets. I'm sorry about that, but it does have Ranunculus Romance, which is current. Oh, it's upside down. It has Flowing Flowers, which retired recently, and the little leaf and the flowers from that lovely Dahlia set that we had earlier in the year. But I have got a stack of these and thought it'd be nice just to play with that. I also grabbed out a stack of different things. All right, different things. I know that it's not very technical, but I will go through everything that I've used. Last night, very remiss of me, I meant to tell everybody about upcoming classes, and then I scooted off, didn't I? I was a bit naughty. I just kind of went off and forgot to do that. So I will try and remember to do that this evening. Oh, I wanted to use, this reminds me actually, this has got the remnants of that frame on it. I do want to have a go using the frames, the oval frames, tonight at some point. I want to cut some of these lovely, sorry if the shadows you can't see very well, but I wanted to cut some of those lovely leaves. I might also, if I can get a few of these leaves cut. This is from the, I think they're just called artistic dies, I think. Just try and cut a few of those out. Let's grab a plate that's not too cracked. Sometimes these plates do eventually crack around the sides. As long as it hasn't got a massive crack through the middle, they're probably still quite workable. So I tend to just go with it. Keep going until it falls apart. Right, let's just pop those out. So probably going to be just making one card tonight. It'll be one of my very luxury style cards. Now I was on the lookout for something that I could make a big flower with, and these dies actually cut out the stamped flowers, but I thought they would be fun to use to actually cut out some I guess I was going to make ivory flowers. Yeah, I think I will. I'll just make some nice ivory flowers. May as well cut out some more leaves too while it's here. Although I do want to leave a space for another. You know what? I'm not going to do it right now because I do want to leave space for some more flowers in a second. So I'm just going to cut those out first. Oh, Mindy, yes, your trip looked amazing. Already dropped a die on the floor. That's handy, Ruth. Oh, I heard it bounce. Can't have gone far. Oh, there it is. We had our second son's parents' evening at school today. When they get to this sort of age, parents' evening is very quick because he's doing A levels and he's doing 4 subjects. So you only need to see 4 teachers for 4 subjects. So he's doing English, drama, maths, and music. And he's doing really well on on all his subjects. And he's planning. He's already really set his heart on becoming a primary school teacher. And but yet his drama teacher said, "Oh, if he ever wants to change his mind, I think he'd make a very good drama teacher for secondary." So anyway, we'll see how his primary teaching career goes, and then he may want to change later on. But there we go. Right, so that's that. I'm not going to keep that scrap. That's just too silly keeping hold of that. Going to pop these back in the case. Try and keep tidy. Now I also fancied a really nice twig. And I'm sorry to say, but the twig in that stamp, this set, I just don't think is that pretty. But there is a really nice one in, oh, what's it called? It's, sorry, I should have got it out earlier. Is it Wildflower something? Did I get it out already? Oh, sorry. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just running through. So I got it. Out already. Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh dear. Right, Ruth, focus. Oh, is it this one? Here it is. This, I think, is quite a nice sort of branch, but I'm going to do it in quite a dark colour because what I'm doing is taking inspiration from the colours that I used on the stamp one sheet one day. Because it's so busy, I want to kind of keep it fairly in keeping with what I've done. So I'm going to use Night of Navy to cut that branch out with. Give it a couple of goes through to make sure it cuts. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Little picky target, pop that out. There we go. Sorry, I know I'm missing comments. I'm sorry. I will glance up as I do this now. You were watching the budgie one. Ah, I'm an expert in shabby chic. Well, I like to have a go. We can't hear. Yeah, I was at the back of the room, to be honest, Tina. I was going through my embossing folders. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, I was away from the phone. Yeah. Right. Oh, I do have a little bit of spare here. I'm wondering whether to cut something out with that. Oh, I do have these pretty leaves. I've got a bit of space. And I do actually want to cut a frame. I'm thinking purples. I know how much you guys love your purples. Oh, is that going to be on enough? Yep, just about. Don't move too much. Now, I know not everybody is going to have the crazy amount of dyes that I do. So sometimes it's a case of just, you know, using what you have and enjoying it. I get that. Some of you, though, I do know are, you know, maybe addictions, you know, maybe a bit strong of a word, but you have a few in your collections because you've been crafting a long time. I mean, I was running a class on Tuesday, and you know, hearing the amount of years that some of you have been crafting, it's, you know, it's been a while. So these sort of videos, I know they are product heavy, and I know not everybody perhaps can achieve this level of detail, but I hope there may be one or two little tips that you pick up that you can apply to your own card making. Right, so I keep referencing back to this, and look, we've got this lovely bit of gorgeous grape here. So I've cut some of the navy, so I'm just going to cut some gorgeous grape now. Let's see if I've got any spare sheets. No, I don't. So I'm going to have to grab a sheet from my cardstock. Oh, your cat has perched herself on my hip as I'm laying in bed watching you. Oh, wow, she knows quality entertainment, doesn't she? Oh, Mindy, have you been spending your pennies? Sorry, that sounds really... In the UK, when you say you're spending a penny, it means that you've gone to the toilet. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, Ruth. Just keep your mouth shut. Hi, Diane. Oh, enjoy, Janine. Have a lovely evening. Hi, Sue LeBlanc. Look at all these gorgeous ovals. Who's got this set yet? Now, I know it's going to be around next year, but, you know, you might as well play with it now. So just to remind you, you've got one more day of the sale. One more day. Uh-oh. Something fell on the floor. Where did it go? I heard you. So this is probably a good idea not to have carpet, isn't it? So it means that when you hear something falling on the floor, sorry, when it falls on the floor, you can hear it. Right, so the next thing I wanted to do is use some of the embossing folders just to create some really nice textures. But I don't think I just want them plain. I do want a bit of colour on them. And I've got this musical notes one here. It's called Merry Melody. I think the music is Christmassy music, if anyone's really into music and wants to tell me what it says. And, ooh, I'm thinking we go for the deboss. Oh, but then it will be the wrong way around. Oh, that's the only thing about this sort of thing. If you deboss it, it's back to front. Oh well. Oh well. Let's just do this. Let's see. I think I'm going to go for a bit of soft sea foam. So what I'm going to do is run my ink pad very gently over. Oh, she says gently and then just goes for it. Okay, no, forget gentle. We're just tapping. Tap, tap, tap. Pop the paper in. Close the door. Cut the right sandwich. So we need sandwich 1, embossing folder, and sandwich 4 for this. Oh, I love this cut and emboss machine. They make it so simple. They just do it with sandwich numbers. It's brilliant. So there we go. Hello, Glenna. Welcome, welcome. Let's have a look, see what this looks like. Hope it doesn't look too oh, that'll do. That'll do. Right, put that aside. That needs a wash. What was the other thing I wanted to try out? Has anyone got any favourite embossing colours they want me to use? Oh, the wood one, I think. So these are all actually on sale at the moment. These embossing folders. The ones that are not on sale are the ones that are in the mini catalogue. Okay, so pop that in there. Ooh, this has still got ink in it from the last time I used it. Oh, this will be interesting to see how this turns out. Oh, clearly Ruth did not have any inclination to clean last time she used this. Let's see how it's turned out. Oh, that's not too bad. A few little grains in there. What's this one like? Oh, that'll do. I can live with that. Right, let's just put everything on the floor that I don't need at the moment. Put that there in case I need it. Don't know why that's there. Just need to tidy my desk. Oops, sorry, that's a bit loud. Oh no, I thought I would use these, but because I've done the oval frame, I do not need to use that. So put all this there. Right, what else do I need? So I've got all my bits and pieces. Oh, I tell you what ribbon I'd love to use, because I haven't used it enough, is this gorgeous soft seafoam ribbon. I know some of you liked it when it first came out. What else have I got? Oh no, I wonder if this is still current. I presume it is, this stuff. Anyone tell me if that's still current? Just stick that in there for a sec. It's kind of like this sort of soft, fuzzy type stuff. So, right, I think we're going to go for a massive, like a mahoosive card. Not a mahoosive, but you know, half an A4, so that we can use as much of this paper as possible. Now, it is going to get covered up, so please don't get upset with me. But that's just the way it is. I'd rather use this paper up and enjoy it than not. So we're going to score this at 14.85 centimetres. Then cut that in half. Sorry, fold it in half. And I'm going to cut this as well to 14.35. Thank you, Annie. And then cut off half a. Oh, look, it's got a bit of a squish there. I'll do this one. It's got a mark on it. Excuse me. Ooh, come on, Ruth. 5mm. Right. There we go. Right, to give this an instant little bit of shabby chiking, we're just going to get the snips here and give this a really good scrape. And oh, I was very pleased. On Prime, they've got quite a few of the series of Columbo. I only own sort of up to season 3 on DVD. Anyway, I think I started at season 4. And I was just watching the episode with Dick Van Dyke in it. He's brilliant. He plays a really good villain. Well, not villain, but murderer. Okay. Right, so I want to find a way of using these. I think we need a little bit of colour on here. And these all need popping out. These little tiny details here. Actually, I might just use my pokey. Little pokey tool, get those all out. Just keep clearing my desk. Because it's in popping these little details out that what makes it a little bit special. Right, I'm going to add a bit of colour. I used to love that show. No, I still do. So it's very clever writing, I think, the way they set the not poor, I shouldn't feel sorry for them really, the perpetrators, how Columbo sets them up to kind of implicate themselves. It's very funny. Now you know, now because I've watched so many, I know what he's up to. I'm like, oh dear. Right, I don't need a whole lot of this, so I'm just going to tear that. Just need a bit of a still got this wood one. Give that a little bit of a tear. Put that under there. Although I don't want to tear that side, but I do want to make it a little bit more shabbied. Just going to use my scissors to do that. Now, when you do this, hold your paper, you know, that's a good, what, centimetre, if not more, away from the edge, because you don't want to be holding it too close and scrape your skin when you're doing this. So please stay safe when you do this. So I'm thinking that over that, I'd like focus on the side, perhaps there. Got all these gorgeous leaves to put on. Just give this a bit of a roll. Making more mess, honestly. Never mind. Right. My dad always said if you did a crime, saw him coming, he would give up right away. Oh, Poirot, yeah. P-O-I-R-O-T. Yes. Poirot. Oh, so you have to make more mess before you can make beauty. Mess before beauty. Quite like that. Quite like the idea of that going over the top. So I've got these leaves. Take that apart, maybe. Right, the other leaves that I had were these ones. Let's get a bit of colour onto here. Got the old soft succulent. There. So if you're trying to pop out leaves from a very solid die like this, my tip is don't go directly in like so. Go in at an angle, because then you're less likely to damage your die cut. All right. Right, I think we can do a bit of tweezering on these. My tweezers, oh here they are. So I'm just going to go along the grain of the leaf there, the natural grain of it. Okay, like so. And, you know, as I'm putting things down, I'm constantly playing with the texture, layout, and seeing, you know, what looks good where do things stand out well. These twigs. 2 of those, didn't I? Okay. I know it's really busy, but it's the way it is. Right, so I like the idea of having this contrast of a cream flower, but I would like to put a little bit of colour on the edge of it. So I'm thinking a little bit of fresh freesia. Just around the edges. I'm going to try and be very, very restrained and not put any more than I need. All right. Hi, Karen. Oh, watch the replay in the morning. All right, so I'm being very careful just to put colour along the edge. I'm actually tilting my brush a little bit. Normally I'd kind of work like that, but I'm too scared that I'm going to get colour everywhere. So I'm tilting it slightly and just kind of like hitting the edge of my die cut. And when I see that there's enough on it, I'm stopping and moving to the next section. So that's how you achieve it, you know, primarily just on the edges. I just want that tiny, almost bleeding from the edge look, just very fine amount of colour. Oops. So that's 1, 2 of the outer ones, and I like this because it's sort of a circle. You could quite easily cut a rough circle. If you don't have these dies, just grab a pair of scissors and a piece of card and do a rough circle. All right, that's all this is. It's you know, you don't need a fancy die to do this. All you need is scissors. I just use them because I have them there. Right, and then we go to the most technical thing of all, the most difficult thing ever. You know, you need a special tool for this. It's a shaping of the flowers, and you need your Tombow glue. All right, so you need your Tombow glue and you need your hands, and it's really complicated. I'm not sure that anyone else but me can do this. You get the glue, you get the glue with the lid on. You know, that's probably the most complicated process, but because who has permanently got glues on their desk without the lid on? Finding the lid is probably the most difficult thing. Anyway, you get it into your hands, and all you do is you give yourself a bit of a hand massage. All right, you just kind of stab away there to try and soften these fibres, and you know, just keep going. You know, don't, it takes a couple, you know, a couple of seconds to do it, and eventually you should be able to roll round and around. Now, I appreciate some people do have, you know, mobility hand issues, so, you know, find the best way you find to do it. You can use a stampin mat if you find that you can't do it into your hand. So you get a stampin mat and just go round and around and around. I mean, during lockdown, I would say this is probably the most bit of exercise I'd have, you know. Not most, but you know what I mean. I counted it as my steps doing this sort of stuff. A strenuous thing I'd do all day. Yeah. I'm joking, by the way, but you know what I mean. I'm sure you do. Thanks, guys. I'm glad to bring some humour to the day for you. Well, I do hear people say, oh, well, that's so complicated. You're so clever. You know, how do you do that? And what I try and do on this channel is break down the steps, demystify, you know, how you create these complicated cards. And I hope that, you know, you can go away step by step and go, right, I need a background, I need a foreground, I need a focal point, you know, and go away and work on your own. Right, there we go. Right. So then what we're going to do is we're going to stick these on top of each other. I'm not going to stick them, you know, exactly on top as you know, like that, because that would be a shame. We're just going to give it a little bit of a twist and stick that on there and stick those two on there. I might even actually make this one a bit more curled up, and because there's a likelihood that it will be seen from behind, I'm going to just give this a bit of colour. Right, let's do that. Stick that one on there. And, oh, I need to find my dimensionals. I took them to class yesterday and I haven't unpacked them. I've barely been in my classroom all day, to be honest. I was out this morning at ladies kind of, I don't hesitate to call it a Bible study, because although I lead it, I don't do a lot of study for it. We're reading through Ephesians at the moment. So we're on Ephesians chapter 2. And we had a real blessed time together. And then I went and helped a friend out in the afternoon. Didn't get back till quite late. Well, say late, as in I'd not, you know, I hadn't had lunch, and I got home at about 4 o'clock. And then went out again at 4:30. And of course made beef burgers in the meantime, you know, as you do, because I wasn't sure what to have. We went shopping yesterday and I wasn't quite sure what to have for tea. And beef burgers are my kind of go-to, fairly healthy. I know beef burgers normally we associate with not being healthy, but, you know, I think when you make them yourself and you know what's gone in them, I think they are healthy. And what I tend to do is not have, I have one burger in a bun, so I have a little bit of bread and salad or whatever, and then I just eat the other burger on its own. And I've taken to, you know, experimenting a little bit with what I put in the mixture. So what I tend to do is keep, whenever I've got crusty bread, I blitz the bread up and stick the breadcrumbs in the freezer. And then I've always got breadcrumbs ready to use. And then, so I use about, probably about 750 grams of beef, an egg, salt, pepper, garlic granules, some. This time I put in, we've got this like chicken seasoning mix, and I just thought, you know, what the heck, just stick it in. A little bit of paprika this time. As I said, I'm just sort of experimenting really. Nobody complained, so. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Look, I thought that was going to come apart then, but no, never mind. All right, I'm just going to have to fiddle with that. So don't be afraid of these sprigs. If they're a bit too long for yourself, just cut into them. Make them work for you. All right. Look, see this one I cut a bit. I missed. That's that bit out. Oh, I'll just get rid of that. Right, got a bit of that spare. Now I do want to put this ribbon on. Definitely want to use that ribbon. Ooh, I've got a bit of that spare. And I think everything else I have used up that was on my desk. So I'm thinking a really nice double bow here. Who else has arrived? Good morning, Ellen. Hello. Hello. Who else has just arrived? Sherry, April, Carla. Nice to see you. Oh yeah, Ellen. If you haven't seen Ellen's unboxing video, oh, drool, drool in paper terms, paper crafting terms. Yeah, it was nice to see those papers, the ones that go with the two-tone floral. I'm still not sure if I want them, but it was really nice to see them a bit more closer than obviously you ever get to see them in a catalogue. What else did you get? Oh, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of your Stamp One Sheet Wonders, Ellen. I'm very honoured that you would have a go with it all. Right, I think definitely want to put one of those in there somewhere. So basically I tied a bow and then tied another bow over the top. So if you're going to do it, you need to allow yourself a lot of ribbon to do that. Okay, so that's ready. I maybe should have got my heat gun. I think I might plug it in actually, because it will make my life easier. So I'm just looking for my silicone mat, and then there we go. Pop that on there. Oh dear, I have to do it now. Yes, I heard you say the words. Yep. Right, I wanted to have a little play with this ribbon. Does anyone know if this is current? It's that soft stuff. Oh, that didn't quite work how I wanted it to. I wanted to sort of pull it apart. Oh, it's slowly coming apart. I think the trick is to just go gently on it. Don't over pull, I guess. Yeah, just do it bit by bit. I just like the idea. Oh, there we go. Now we're cooking. Oh, look at that. Oh, right. Oh, yes. Oh, I like that. Like a bit of froth. So I'm just going to chop that there. Oh, look at that. Oh, so lovely. Great bit of texture there. I might even fold that way. I know this is ridiculous. It's going really over the top, isn't it? But why not, eh? Why not? Might do another one if it'll do it. might save that for another day. We'll try and use it. Try and use it, I guess. Right, come on. Gently, 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 gently. There we go. Here we go. Well, I could do a short one. Yes, let's do a short one that will just stick out the top, because the danger is if you allow it to get too long, it will flop. And if things flop and they're a bit out of control, it means you're then covering up other things that perhaps you don't want to cover up. So yeah, if I pop that there, oops, put that down. There we go. All right, so that's the general gist. This, I am going to put some pearls in the middle of here and decorate that. That's going to be a bit more blingy, but I think I have got everything that I want, all the components. So let's start from the very beginning. Oh, I've just swiped something on the floor. Let's start gluing everything down. So we'll break down the components. You've got your card base, you've got your main piece of matting layer, pattern paper, whatever. You can use pattern paper, stamp DSP, your self-made, DIY, one sheet wonder, whatever you want to call it. That's just a little tad smaller than your base and distressed around the edge. Okay, if you want that extra shabby chic look, make sure it's the right way up if you've done wording, because I don't think that comes into the category of shabby chic. Upside down. I think upside down is upside down. It's not shabby chic. Right, if you want to do some extra fraying and whatever here, it's fine. Just do a bit of that. I don't know just as much of this as I thought I did, so I'm just going to tear that off because I might be able to use that somewhere else. Looks like a bit of a hat with a bow and the frayed ribbon for the hair. It does. I think we could do one of those cool gnomes, those gonky things with a funny little hairdo, couldn't we, Wendy? If Wendy's watching. She's a bit of a fan with the gnomes. Right, that's gone down. I think we're going to go for that there. May have to cut off that little bit on the edge there. I actually quite like the idea of this being stuck down a bit 3D, but we've got so much else 3D going on that maybe we just go with this. Go with it. Okay, I'm just going to brush glue in the areas that are the thickest. And I'm not too worried about putting glue everywhere because there's a lot of layers still going to go over the top. Oh, why did I put glue on the corner there? Oh well. Let's just stick that down. Do I want that higher up? No, it's done now. Too late. I've got a cooking day planned tomorrow. I'm going to use the chicken stock then. Ah! Yeah, when I say stock, are you referring to something I said or someone else? Oh, it was just like chicken seasoning. I wouldn't say it was chicken stock, but yeah, I think when it comes to meat flavours, if meaty is meaty, isn't it? And I know chicken's probably a little bit more delicate than beef, but why waste it? I have got some. I've just put some chicken. I cooked a whole chicken the other day in my Instant Pot, and rather than wasting the liquid, I've just shoved it into the freezer, and we'll probably just add it to, I don't know, something. Well, soup, stew. I'm not sure if I'm slightly regretting cutting that bit off there, but I think it's going to get covered up in a minute, so it'll be fine. All right, that is not super stuck down, but again, I'm not worrying too much because we've got so much stuff to get stuck on here that I think it's going to be okay. I'm wondering whether to stick those down first, then have those over the top, or whether we do need those. Could probably stick the ribbon down now, so let's see if this is ready. Yep, I think it is. Put that down. So I've got a few of these leaves to get stuck on. Excuse me, my lady. I always feel like I have to like get permission from the ribbon to do that. So I'm lifting up their skirts, you know. Right, one up there, I think. Just going to put a bit of glue. I may have to go back in and put more glue on the twigs later on, but I just want to get it into place and then we'll sort out the gluey details later. Beef stew, Italian meatballs, sloppy joes and meatloaf. Ooh, it'll look great. What is a sloppy joe? I'm sure you guys have told me this, but I don't remember. Sounds very beef-based, Tina. Right, just going to lift this leaf up, put that ribbon under there, put a little bit more glue, put that back down. Oh, I've got another one of those. Just stick that under there. I'm just going to take off that long twig, put a bit of glue on there. Stick that there. That can come down and cover that. Right, got a spare bit of that to go. I know I haven't poked out all the holes on this one, but I think it'll be fine. It's not meant to look perfect. A bit of that on there. Who remembers when it was all the craze to stick pins in your cards? You know what, I think I might do it. I'm going to bring it back. I used to love doing that. Oh no, don't stick down yet. I've got other things to do yet. Right, so I'm going to stick that there. I do want this leaf coming up from there. Nice bit of contrast. You know, see, if I'd put the navy straight onto this background, it might have got a little bit lost, but having that little bit of cream there, it just helps to and also this green here, you've got this solid bit of colour there, it just helps to show off any detail, because you don't want to waste detail. You know, if you've got a nice detail, don't hide it by having it in front of something that's super detailed. Right, just going to rest that there for a second to see where else I can. Oh, maybe that can go there in a minute. All right, let's stick this down then. Officially stick it down, although it's wanting to do its own thing. Oh, right, before I do that, should we dump this on? You know what, that's okay, that works. That's a nice little nest, I think. I'll just put a bit more glue on though. Make that work. Oh, that was a quick decision. I haven't checked to see if these ribbons are lined properly. Let's just scrape that one out. Whew. I've never had sloppy joes in barbecue sauce, just tomato sauce. Ah, right, okay. Sloppy joes are messy to eat, you need a fork and a knife. Oh, right. Is it basically just like beef? Ground chuck. Ah, see, that's why she's going beef crazy. It's a cut burger and barbecue sauce eaten on the bun. Oh, here we go. Now we're going to have the fight of the sloppy joes between the different states in America, aren't we? I feel that, you know, people are going to start going, wow, in Arkansas, we have this with our sloppy joes. Actually, do you eat sloppy joes in Arkansas? Now, this is the other thing, because I'm coming to realise that there are certain foods only in certain states, you know, like the muffalata sandwich, you know, it's all New Orleans. But then, you know, maybe the New York people have taken it over. So Cleo jumped down to take a closer look at what I was doing. Well, okay, disclaimer, I get a lot of my inspiration from Pinterest. And I have a pin board. If you don't follow me already, I have a whole pin board called Inspirational Card Making. And it's generally that has more non-Stampin' Up cards on it than others, although I sometimes pin my Stampin' Up cards on there if I think I've done a good job. And within that board I have a section called Shabby Chic, and if you have a look on that pin board you will see a lot of the things that I am inspired by. You know, if I just need to have a little bit of a kick of inspiration and just think, oh, you know, we've got loads of gorgeous products in the catalogue, lots of things that will create beautiful textures. If you just need that little bit of kick of inspiration, do have a look at that board, because there's some cool things on it. Right, not sure if I need these, but I've cut them, so I want to use them. Let's pop that one under there. Because, you know, what am I going to do with it? It's just going to go in the bin. Or, I mean, it might go in my to use later basket, but as I use them, I cut them up. Oh, why not? Why not? Let's stick that under there. And just pulling bits off. Hi Lisa. Hi Debbie Spicer from Oregon. Oh, Tina used tomato sauce in her joes and used a knife and a fork. Very civilised, Tina. But then, you know, you're a very classy lady. Oh, take care, Sue. Nice to see you. Right, have I missed saying hello to anybody? Has anyone popped in and I'm not noticed? Speak now or forever hold your peas. Hi, Stampin' Hands. Oh, thank you. Right, I am aware I still got to put detail inside this flower. I'm not going to leave it as is. Oh, I've still got these 2 blue ones to put in. Right, no one look at my floor. Space, that can go in there, can't it? But I'm just going to have to take that off. Don't be afraid of taking your stems off, whether it's in stamping or doing this kind of work. If they get in the way, just take them off. All right. Now, I did think to put some of that lovely pearlized stuff effects in the middle, and either to drop some iridescent, you know, those lovely iridescent beads, or I don't know whether to put like a cluster of those gorgeous pearls in there. I'm wondering if I could put some of that and then push the pearls in, or whether it'd be better to put the pearls and then put that around it. Because look, these purple ones are just perfect. We'll just do pearls in the middle. Maybe use this for doing some little dottage. Or do we keep it quite pale by going for the lighter? Or do we need the darker? What do you think? Dark or light pearls? What do you think? Dark or light? You see, my fear is if I go with the dark, it's just going to look like an eye or a boob. Oh, you're all saying dark. Right, okay. Don't blame me if it ends up looking like a boob. That's the only problem. Oh, look, we're getting a few more lights now. Ah, look. Oh, you're all voting dark. Oh, well. All right, don't blame me. These flowers remind me, do you remember it was all the trend to buy organza fabric or any man-made fibre, and you'd cut a circle and you get your lighter and you'd go round the circle and fray the circle edge, and then you do layers and layers and layers, and then you sew beads in the middle. This is what this that reminds me of. And I could put light ones as well going out. You know, we're going for luxury, may as well go the whole hog. Oh, now I've created a triangle. I didn't really mean to do that. Oh no, it's just getting ridiculous now. The episode where Ruth used half her pearls on one card. It's not behaving. Not behaving. Right, you stay there. You need to flip. Right, there you go. Come on, there we go. It's very luxurious. Keep going, just keep going. Oh, your puggy's snoring. I could put some little ones in between. Yes, so Ruth, how much exactly did this card cost you in pearls? Wow. About a packet and a half. Oh no, go on, flat, flat, go on, go on. Little pain. Where my little scissors gone? I find the easiest way to place pearls is with our snips. So Ruth, how long did you exactly take to put the pearls on your card? Wow, about half the video. Yeah, she showed us all these techniques and then she spent the last half an hour putting pearls on her card. There we go. Right. But it did look amazing. Look at that. Talk about bling, eh? Now, do I then drop this in between? Oh, no, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my fine tip glue pen and I'm going to blob that inside there. Let's see if I can find it first, though. Now this, I find, helps to keep them all there. I'm going to blob that around. And it dries really solid. So I'm just going to go, fill the gap. Okay, I'm trying not to get it on the actual pearl itself. I'm just filling the gap with the fine tip glue pen. See, that's all going to be embedded. It's going to look really luxurious when I'm finished. Right, now before I finish with that, I just want to stick down this thing here because I don't want that flowing around too much. Okay, then I did wonder whether to scatter some dottage, in pearls rather, not dottage itself, and could use some of these. No, not using the tweezers, gave up on those. Oh, we could put some in. Oh, look, I like it when this happens, when there's flowers already in the design that are just at the right places to put some pearls. And it kind of then, it feels natural to do that sometimes if you've got flowers already in the design. It makes thinking about it easier because you don't have to go, oh, where am I going to put them? Yeah, that works, doesn't it? Right, so I still think it would be nice to use some of this. Can maybe even do like little blobs. Right, first thing I need to do is make sure that the nozzle is clean. And then the second thing I need to do is do this. Black tomato ketchup. Make sure it's at the bottom. Because you don't want to squeeze it and then blow out an air bubble. Okay. Yeah, like that. Ooh, ooh, that's the first time that that's ever got a little bit stuck. I'm glad I've got a pen by me here. Oh, I was going to use the pen, wasn't I? In my card. Oh, that's better. Right, always worth having a little practice if you haven't used this for a little while. Quite like doing a little cluster of 3, so they're like little berries on my branches. Oh, getting a bit sticky. Okay. Put one there. Come on. Oh, there we go. And then gosh, I've almost hidden those leaves behind there, but never mind. Right, and then I like doing a couple of dewdrops. Let's do a dewdrop. With this, it's fabulous. I'm going to squeeze one on there as well. And maybe do some dewdrops on my petals. Can you guys see that? Something nice about a dewdrop. Thank you, Ellen. Take care. Now looks like, oh, now that looks like when you open an oyster and find a pearl or two in the flesh. Oh, thank you. Trust the process, yes. We'll get there in the end. Right, I don't think there's much more I can add to this. Might just need to glue some of these leaves down. Right, I think I'm done. My blob up there has turned from 3 into 1. Never mind. Ew. Just poke. That poke out? Oh yes it does. So I know you can't quite see what I'm doing. I'm just poking the little bits out the leaf. There we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope you've enjoyed watching me make this. In just over an hour it took, and that's not too bad, apart from obviously I used a pre-stamped one sheet wonder, but you can of course use a pretty DSP because we do cover up half of it. And that was cutting everything out. That was, you know, having a faff, me chatting to you lot. So yeah, I think if you want to attempt something like this, just cut out a whole load of leaves, cut out a whole load of paraphernalia. Yeah, leaves, basically. Lots of leaves, branches. 2 types of ribbon, one that you can fray and one that you can just tie into a bow. Make a focal point. You don't have to do it like I did it. You can use your punches. So think focal point, splay of leaves, ribbon, and like some kind of frame. So as I said, I did get out the scalloped squares, rectangles from, oh, what's it called? This one. So you could have, you know, you could use perhaps that one. What's this one called? Scallop contours. So yeah, that one. But I didn't end up using that one. Right. So products, in terms of what I did use, you know, also I've ended up covering a lot of the embossed stuff, but you know, so if you haven't got exactly what I have, just use what you have. Right. So for the branch, I used this set here, which is called Harvest Eyes. Then the big leaves, I use the Aspen Trees dies. The leaves and the flowers, I use the Artistic dies. Then the embossing folder was the wood grain one and the Merry Melody folder. And I'm just going to move this little bit of squishy stuff because I think I've got it on my hand somehow. And what did I use that? Oh no, I didn't use that one. Then what else did I use? Oh, that oval one. What's that called? framed florets for the oval. Then additional things used are, yes, I did use a hot glue gun. It's just to make time, make my time, sorry. So it's quicker. Oh my word, right. Pearlized enamel effects for little blobs. The fine tip glue pen for kind of encasing the pearls. A little bit of ink for the edges. And that frayed ribbon. Thank you, whoever found the name of it. Thank you. And also the seam binding. Excuse me. The soft seafoam ribbon, which is very pretty. Very, very pretty. And I don't think I actually used soft seafoam in the original design, but it seems to have worked. It all blends beautifully, so it's fine. Right. Thank you, Heidi. Can't wait to get it in the mail. I know I was thinking it's my in-laws' wedding anniversary at the end of December. So I thought actually this would make a nice anniversary card, wouldn't it? And oh, beautiful card. Treating myself to a great IPA after getting turned loose by the defence attorney. You surprised you got 3 days into the process? Oh, there we go. Well done then, Cindy. Yes, thank you everybody for the thumbs ups. Really, really do appreciate it. I know some of you would like to be able to shop the products with me. All the products that you've seen me use today, apart from some of the stamped, obviously some of the stamped imagery in the background, they're retired products, but all the ribbons, dies, glue, this, apart from the hot glue gun, you can purchase via my Stampin' Up shop. The link is in the description. And if you're thinking that you would like to have quite a large, if you have quite a large wish list, if it's over £99, then perhaps you should consider signing up. And if you are considering signing up, just give me a message, because there are some signing up offers coming up that are really good, particularly if you like cut and emboss machine, the mini cut and emboss machine. There's a really fab sign up offer coming in January. So, but of course, if you want to shop with me, if you want to get your Christmas list into me, let me know. And if you ever want to just support my channel, you can drop me a PayPal, just to keep me being able to purchase more products for me to show off to you lot. So there we go. Right, there we go. Last look. I will put a picture up on my thumbnail so you can find it again. Have a great evening, guys. Morning, afternoon, wherever you are. And I'll see you all very soon. Lots of love. Bye.